Hey guys, Orvis25 here and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a computer maintenance 101 video where I'm going to teach you guys how to go ahead and install one of these. This is a 140 millimeter kind of just little plastic mesh dust filter. You can get these like anywhere for like extremely cheap. I got these ones off eBay for like I think 70 cents a piece. They come with these which are four little fan screws. I like that these ones are black. Usually you get silver ones. These ones came with a black one, which is really cool. But I'm not going to be using those today. So we have our little mesh filter here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in my side panel from off screen. So here's the side panel to my case. Let me flip this over here. So I just want to show you real quick that I already have one of these installed. So here is what the fan looks like without the filter, and here's what it looks like with the filter. You know, it's a visual preference thing. I don't mind it too much. I don't have my desktop like out in the open displayed. It's kind of under my desk and everything. So I really don't care that there's this, you know, little black square on the green and through the, you know, clear. It doesn't bother me at all. Some people might not like that, but this is just for, you know, dust protection. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and install one of these. So the first thing is obviously depending on where you're installing it. If you're installing this in like a case, these directions will be very similar. It just might look different. For this, I'm using my side panel because my entire C70 case from Corsair has dust filters, with the exception of the side panels, which I have are using as intakes. So I wanted to put a dust filter on it to help reduce the amount of dust on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. So I'm using anti-vibration screw mounts. If you're using on a tower or on a side panel, sometimes you'll have these screws that go through the case or the window to hold the fan in. In this case, go ahead and just take out the 4 screws so that the fan becomes loose. In my case, I'm going to have to pull these anti-vibration screws all the way through, just like that, so that they come out. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull all 4 of these out to release my fan. And there we go, I have all 4 of them out and my fan is loose again. So go ahead and take your you know, mesh filter here, and if you have screws to hold your fan in, just go ahead and put the mesh filter on the, you know, outside of the case. Put your fan back over it and just go ahead and put the screws in and you're done. That's pretty much all you have to do. In my case though, with the anti-vibration mounts, the first thing I gotta do is I gotta feed the little vibration mount through the filter and pull, in my case, pull them through till they're flush, because there's little knobs on these for extra security to make sure that they are in there tight. So go ahead and push them through and pull them so that the extra little lip, which I'll show you here, so see how there's 2 lips. So if I pull it through only up to this first lip, there's going to be this gap. So you have to make sure that you pull the filter through onto this second gap here. So go ahead and just do that if you're using anti-vibration screws. So now that they're in there, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bottom of the case, or on the side panel I should say, and I'm going to feed these through the 4 holes that line up with my fan. My side panel accepts both 120 and 140, so make sure that you put it through the correct set of holes, and just go ahead and pull those through there. And now that that's aligned, we can go ahead and take the fan and put the little anti-vibration knobs through those, pull them a little bit so that they start to secure and won't come out as you're fiddling with the rest of the fan here to get the other 2 through. And then go ahead and tighten them up and secure it. Double check them, pull them through, and there you go. The fan is now mounted, and if we flip it over, we now have 2 dust filters over our fans to help reduce the amount of dust that's going to be sucked into our case. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. A quick little tip, sometimes depending on the type of anti-vibration mounting that you have, you'll have like the really kind of nubby ones, whereas mine have these real nice long stems, I guess. So I would recommend that you have like a multi-tool on hand so that you can get some like pliers or something to grip them and pull them through. Or another thing I can recommend, if they're really stubby and you can't get like the leverage, is go ahead and grab them and just kind of twist it around, kind of like a fishing wire, and wrap it around the pliers, and eventually it'll yank it through. Just make sure that if you're using them, you don't cut them, so be careful of that. But that's how you do it with the anti-vibration mounts. And then, like I said, if you're just using the basic metal screws, you don't have to, you could have basically stopped this at like 1 minute, because all you have to do is take out the screw, put the filter over, put the screw in, and you're done. Whoops. But anyway, so that's pretty much that. Like I said, this will apply to any size fan. So these were specifically 140s. They also make them in 120s, and those are the two most common case fan types, are 120 and 140. But you might be able to find them in different fan types or fan sizes for the filters. So just go ahead and look around. But this will apply to any kind of space that you have on your PC, maybe with a very few amount of exceptions, but in general this should apply to almost any fan in your case. And that's pretty much that. So I really hope that this helps someone out. And if you guys enjoyed this video, obviously go ahead and leave a thumbs up and a comment or something. If you hated it, go ahead and leave a thumbs down, and say that you're a piece of shit or whatever in the comment. I've gotten those comments before, even though I make nice tutorials on how to help people. I still get the, you're a piece of shit, blah, 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 kind of raging haters. So anyway, with that said, have a good rest of your day or night, depending on where you are and what time it is. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.